Imagine yourself on the sandy red plains of Mars. Your presence here is not unique. You are not the first human to get here. In fact, many have come before you. But on this glorious day, you are the first Nigerian to arrive at Alpha Base 1. You've traveled almost 100 million kilometers to get here on a ship that was made by Nigeria, launched by Nigeria, and landed by Nigeria. A wasteful fantasy? Maybe. But an achievable future? Absolutely. Let's break down how Nigeria can go from Earthbound to interplanetary within 5 decades. Let's dream for a minute. First of all, why does this matter? People often think that space exploration is just about rockets and astronauts, or floating in zero gravity. For some, it's about flexing national muscle and establishing dominance. However, it is much more than that. It's about curiosity, discovery, and proving what's possible. It's about innovating, educating, and giving the next generation hope of a meaningful future. Nigeria aspiring to go to Mars would be a statement to the world that the giants of Africa are awake and ready to take their rightful place. Mars, all at once, becomes a destination to look forward to, a beacon that unites a people, and a signal to the world that Africa can dream big too. How does Nigeria go from level 0 to a nation capable of landing humans on another planet? Let's break it down. Let's play a game. The objective is to get from level 0, basically the tutorial stage, to level 10 where the boss holds the key to landing humans on Mars. If you stick the landing, it unlocks an infinite amount of levels that each bring exponentially larger rewards. At level 0 you have basic tools, books on rocketry, and a treasure map to find out how to even get started. You can't launch rockets. You can't even build them, or anything adjacent to a flying object. Somehow you read the books, follow the instructions, and complete the tutorial. This gets you to level 1, the first step in the right direction. You acquire the resources to buy suborbital rockets and learn how to launch them. By level 2, you learn how to buy equipment or partner with other players and start to launch things into space, trying to unlock the capacity to do it yourself, which you will need to unlock level 3. Level 3, you learn how to design and build the rockets yourself, and defeat the boss by launching your own rocket carrying inanimate objects into low Earth orbit, LEO. You get a gut punch when you realize that level 4 then gets exponentially more difficult. At this stage, you are trying to put humans into LEO with your own technology, and the hurdles to scale cost much more, take more time, and burn more resources. However, success here unlocks astronomical XP points. From here, the XP points to level up start to become astronomical. By level 5, a country gains the ability to launch moon missions or deep space probes. India would be a classic example of this with the recently launched Chandrayaan mission to the moon and the development of their Mars orbiter. Level 5 to 6 is where the big players China and the US operate, attempting to achieve the holy grail of rocketry, fully and rapidly reusable rockets. To put it into context, it has taken nearly a decade for SpaceX to go from achieving partial reusability with the Falcon 9 to attempting full reusability with Starship. Level 7 then becomes about mastering entry, descent, and landing, so-called EDL, on Mars, and preparing the groundwork for constructing the necessary infrastructure to support human life. Then, level 8, 9, and 10 become about mastering space habitation, improving propulsion technology to close the distance between Mars and Earth, and minimize the time astronauts spend in space, building Mars habitats, and mastering in situ resource extraction and utilization, and eventually industrializing Mars. The scale is immensely tasking and insanely expensive. Success is far from certain, but excitement is guaranteed.